this class, we are going to build a personal portfolio by using an HTML, not using an CSS or not using an JavaScript. See, we have building this HTML links. So if I open this link, this is the portfolio based on only the HTML, using the only HTML using. So if I click on that home tab, so it's going to click on the home related displays. And if I click on the about, it displays the home about related, it's going to displays. And if I click on the project, it's going to display the project related information. If I click on the contact, it's going to display the contact related information. This all things can be done by using an HTML only. So if you add an extra features about this one, about CSS or in a JavaScript, it will be uh, looks good. So that one we are going to learn with using only HTML. How can we do this project? Let me discuss about that. Yeah. So here we are going to create another one mini project here. So in this class, we are going to create another one mini project based on the all the HTML content. So whatever we discussed from the first class to this class. So whatever the topics we have discussed, based on that, we are going to create our mini project. So what is that mini project? Is nothing but our portfolio. So let me build our portfolio. So means I'm going to print a simple portfolio. So portfolio means nothing but is nothing but a resume. So your resume, when you are applying for jobs, we are at the time you are carrying in resumes. So biodata, so the CV, you are going to call it as a CV. But same resume we can build as in a website, as in a portfolio. That is in a we are going to create an personal portfolio. Personal portfolio. We are going to create a personal portfolio. Personal portfolio website using HTML. Using HTML only. By using HTML only, we are going to create a personal portfolio. We are not going to have we are not having other platform, means other concepts we are not going to discuss, means nothing but here we are not using only we use, so only the pure HTML. Here we are going to discuss about a pure HTML. Pure HTML project we are going to discuss today. Project. So here no include of CSS concepts, no CSS, no CSS and no JavaScript. This concepts will be not there in the here. So pure HTML only by using a concepts called HTML concepts use based on that one only. We are going to discuss these concepts. We are going to create the this concepts. So for that, firstly, we need to do a step-by-step concept. So here, before creating in a project, so any project, so we need to create some structure. So we need to follow in some structure. So in that structure, we need to build a website. Before that, we need to create first. We need to create let me elaborate this concept. So here, firstly, we need to create a folder first. I'm going to create a folder. The folder first, creating the folder. The first we need to create a folder. I'm going to create a folder. In that folder, whatever we are creating the folder, in that folder, I'm going to take a structure. So structure of that folder. What is the structure? we are going to build based on this folder. So the structure is the structure. So means what should be consisting of this folder, the structure. So let me discuss the structure. The first structure is concept is here. We need to create a folder name. So I'm going to create a folder name as an portfolio. I'm going to create a folder name is an portfolio. So inside of this portfolio web folder, we are going to create I'm going to create one HTML context. One is an index.html file, and another one is an about.html, and any website you can take any website, you need to follow this order. And next, what are the projects you are building and what are the types of projects you are building, you need to give that projects details. Projects means if you build any before the cases, you need to enter that projects details in the projects folder. Need to enter that projects details in the if it is there, you need to fill that. And next, your information details means if you want to contact you someone, means at that time by using your portfolio, you can enter that details, that you can enter the contact details. So this thing, so these four HTML files we need, for files we need to create. And next after this one, so in the same, we need to create one more thing, that is an images. So in the images folder, we need to create instead of the images, we need to have one file. So then one image file means your profile file. It should be displayed that profile dot, you can give any JPG file, anything else, JPG file. You need to create this one. So this one we need to create it. These are the things we need to create the first. So structure. So structure, create the folder first. In that folders, we need to have five things. One is an index.html, another one is an about.html, projects.html, contact.html, and images folder. We are going to create in the images, we have five. One is profile. So profile.jpg, like that. I'm creating one JPG file. So here let me create the folder simple. You also need to create by your own based on these things only. Portfolio we are going to create only by using an HTML, no CSS and no other things we are not required. Only by using a CSS concepts we are going to write this one. So firstly, we need to create a home index page. Index.html means we need to create a home page first. We need to create a home page first. So for creating a home page, see how we are creating a home page with the dot index.html. We are creating the home page means whatever we displaying. So the information is displayed in the home page only. That home page we are creating. So in that home page, so we need to have these things, four things. So for that one, what I am creating. Here, let me take a new file. So in that new file, I'm creating an index page. Firstly, we need to have an index page. So in the index page, it should consisting of your introduction and navigating the files, and then skills. What are the skills you have? You can mention that skills. So in the portfolio, you need to create these three things. So for simple, without any CSS or JavaScript, just we are creating by using this portfolio, simple website I'm creating. So for that, firstly, so first what we need to do, we need to take an slash doc type doc type dot html, doc type dot html. So inside of the after this one, we need to create an html tag, opening tag, and a closing tag. So inside of the html tag, we need to have two folders. One is in a header tag, another one is in a body tag. So in the header tag, I'm giving this name. I'm giving the title of this title. I'm providing the title as in a my portfolio. My portfolio. My portfolio. Uh, in the my portfolio, I'm creating in a home page. Like that home, I'm creating the name. You can create in a directly the my portfolio. Then I'm creating this one things here. My portfolio, and after this one I'm creating an after this header tag I'm creating an we are creating an body tag. So in the body tag in the last class I explained about this. Instead of the body tag we need to follow in a page layout format, semantic tags. By using a semantic tags we need to write it. So firstly I'm creating an header tag, header tag. I'm creating a header tag. So inside of this header tag, let me take an h1 tag, my portfolio, my portfolio website. I'm giving you the name. You can give any name. I'm describing that this is my portfolio website, like that. You can give, or you can give instead of my portfolio, you can give your name there. My instead of my, you can give your name. Some X portfolio website, or some you can give any person names of means whatever the names you have, you can give your name also there. Instead of my portfolio, you can give that name also, no problem. So here I'm creating this one, and I'm closing this h1 tag. So after this one, this is I wrote in inside of the header tag. After the header tag, I need to navigate into the fields. In the which field we need to have, we need to execute that field. So we need to navigate into that field. So for that, firstly, I'm creating a nav tag. Nav tag. So instead of the nav tag, I'm creating an anchor tag. So means by for the link purpose we are creating. So I created whatever I want to create. Firstly, I'm going to give an index.html. After that one, we need to give this name as in a home. So whatever the name, what name you are saving, based on that name only, we need to give that tag. Anchor tag closing. So we need to give this one. And after this one, I'm going to create in a 4. So what are the HTML files we want to create? That 4 names I'm going to give here. H reference equal to about dot HTML. This is another page we need to create it. So now we are creating an index.html page. In that we are creating these things. And this one is about. And the next one is an anchor tag. So if you have any projects you are build, you have done any projects related that one, this is not in a compulsory in your portfolio, but it looks in a better when you create in a some projects based on whatever the projects you have created. You can build that projects here. You can insert that projects here. So projects dot html. So I'm giving this name, and I'm closing this one. Projects. And next last one is contact details. If you want to contact you, so you can give in contact details. H reference equal to, I'm going to create an contact details here. Contact dot html. Contact dot html. So I can contact for the contact details. We can give in contact details here. Contact. So these four things, for four navigation things, I'm giving here. After this one, I'm closing the navigation tag. Navigation tag I'm closing here. So this one. So I created this three four things. So see here, just I'm creating a whole that matter here. Let me create a whole matter here. After that one here. So after this one, I'm making a one line. After the these four things, I'm making a one line by using an HR tag, horizontal ruler. I'm making an line. If it is require your requirement. So in that, after that one, I said about an main. In the page layout format, I said that main should be there. So in the main section, I'm going to create an here. So in which sections you want to create, how much sections you want to create, you can create that sections by using an section tag. First section, in the first section, I'm creating I'm dividing into the sections format. H2, H2. So here I'm giving my skills. Means whatever I have on a skills, I'm going to mention these skills here in the H2 tag. And next, after this one, what are the skills I have? I'm mentioned as a list format on a by using unordered list or an ordered list format. You can mention anything as a list format. You can mention li. I have on a skills HTML, and I'm closing this list. CSS. Means whatever the skills you have, you can mention in your portfolio, and the list format you can mention that. And I'm closing here. List. So now I'm closing the this thing else. Here tag closing. After this one, I'm closing this section also. Section closing. Closing this section. This thing else. So here I created only my skills. If you want to insert your image, so if you want to insert your image, you can give first before this one, before the things, you need to create one more section. So I didn't create it. Let me create one more section before that. My skills, I'm creating one more section. I'm creating here. The first one is H2 tag. So I'm telling this welcome. Welcome. H2 tag. So I'm closing here. So next, I'm using the h2 tag. After the h2 tag, let me take a paragraph tag here. So here, welcome, hello. I'm mentioning here, hello, hello. My name is. I'm going to mention my name here. My name is Jagdishwar, comma. So here I'm mentioning that one here. So my name is Jagdishwar. I'm here. You need to mention I am learning what the skills you are learning, or what the skills you have learned. I learned, or I am learning, have a skills on the front end development. So whatever the your skills, so here we are learning the here I'm learning the front end development skills. So here I'm writing that one only. Now I'm writing here I'm learning front end development. Front end development. I'm learning a front end development. Like that, you can use. I learned front end developer. Means I have a program. I have a front end developer. Like that, you can mention. So, hello, my name is Jagdishwar. I'm a front end developer. I can give you an. So here, after we need to update this one. Now I'm creating. So, but you are creating as in a portfolio. My name is Jagdishwar. I'm here instead of in case of here my name, you need to give your name. So here I'm a front end developer. I'm learning here. I given and I'm a front end developer. Means because you are already learned all the skills. You are a front end developer here. So you need to mention that skills here. So after this one, we need to close the paragraph, and after this one, we need to close the section. So the first section we need to mention these things. Means your information should be provided here. So how much lines you can provide, that many lines of information you can provide. So your water you have on the skills you can provide. So after this one, if you want to provide your image, so here, after this one, if you want to provide your image, you can give in by using an img tag. So img tag is for providing the image. So if you have an image, you can provide this image. So in my section, I'm providing the image. In the which folder? So in the folder of an images folder. So I am creating here. So I'm going to create this thing also with the name profile. Profile dot jpg. Profile.jpg. I'm creating this one. So if you want to give an alternate name of that image, you can give. Means in the when it is not displayed, so you need to mention that one. So I'm giving that name is an profile photo. Profile photo. And how much width should be the profile photo width? I'm giving as an width equal to 200. I'm giving the width 200 pixels or 200. Directly you can give it 200. So here I'm closing the image tag. So these things I'm entering into the image. So first day we created welcome, hello, my name is Jayadishwar, I am a front end developer. So I'm source image, what the image file you are inserting. So in the folder we need to create this one. So that's why images. So it compulsory we need to create this folder. I'm going to create this one in the later. I'm going to create this one, the folder where it consisting of. I'm going to create that folder. So I created this one, and after this one, the section. Section, another section. So my h2, my skills. So I'm giving whatever the skills I have. I posted that skills, and I'm closing this section. I'm posting this section slash section. After the section closing, we need to close the main tag. So here we wrote this two sections instead of the main. I'm closing this main. After this one, lastly, we need to create an footer. We need to create a footer. So instead of the footer, I'm going to give simply paragraph tag 2026 my portfolio. Means updated means we are this footer will say when it has been updated, when we has been updated this portfolio. This will say this one portfolio. Simply by using these things, I'm creating this one. So paragraph closing. After the closing of paragraph, let me close the footer. Let me close the footer. So after closing the footer, we need to close the body tag. So after that one, we need to close an HTML tag. So these things we need to create it. So let me save this one. So let me click on save. So Control S. So I'm creating in the desktop. I'm creating in a folder. Let me create in a new folder. I'm creating in a new folder. That with the name I said before the things. So with the name, I'm creating the folder name as an portfolio. Portfolio. So I'm creating with the name portfolio. So with the name portfolio, I'm creating the name. So let me open the portfolio. Inside of the portfolio, I'm going to create. So here, whatever I wrote this one, so I'm creating this one as an with the name index.html. By the index.html, we are going to create this one. So I'm saving this one. So now it has been saved. So let me go for the desktop. So let me go for the desktop. In the desktop, I created the folder name portfolio. Let me open the portfolio. Inside, we created an index.html. We created this one. So if you open that index.html, so it's going to display that thing else. So my portfolio website, it displaying the things and welcome. Hello, my name is Jagdishwar. I am a front-end developer. And here portfolio image is not displaying here. My skills, what are the skills I have? So it has been displaying. So here I didn't close it properly. That's why. So here opened only. We didn't given a closing list. So if it is given a closing list, it's going to display the properly. So that one I missed it. So that's why we got this. So if now let me save it and let me refresh it. So now the proper skills has been displaying in my skills HTML 2026 my portfolio like the last it has been. So your photo is not displaying because I'm not inserted any photo here. So for that, firstly we need to insert a photo here. So for that reason, firstly open this image in that. So let me create one new folder. I'm creating in a new folder images. The name should be given correctly. So how you are given in the program, I'm giving in the effort. So in that image, I'm going to create in a one fold one. Let me have another one image. uh, Let me take in a simple one image, just a minute. Yeah. So from my computer, have taken in a one profile, means not my profile. So I have taken in a some other, but in your case, you need to take in a some profile. So here, what I'm taking, so I have taken in a some profile. So I've given that. So here the type. So you need to have a dot JPG. So here, if it is having in a some other PNG or an other file, you need, if you have means, here you need to mention the name also in the same format only. So here when you're created, so in my case profile.jpg I have given, but in your case, so if you have another that type is in a png means, you need to give it a name. I've created the with the name. Here I created the with name profile. Here dot jpg file. So type we have given in a jpg, so I need to create it within a jpg. If it has a PNG or JPEG, you need to give that name here. So I'm giving this name. So let me refresh this one. If I refresh it, it's going to display that picture. See, it displaying the picture of that photo or profile of that picture. So here displaying. So here it displaying the some picture. I'm giving some other picture here. But in the case of you, it going you need to give your picture there. So you need to give your picture there. So I'm creating. So if I click on a home, so when you click on a home, it's going to display the same thing only, because in the home I given an index.html. So when you click on the home, here I have given an h reference as an index.html, means this file only I need to display. When you click on about, I need to display the home about.html. See, when I click on about.html, it not displaying, the file could not be accessed because I didn't created an about.html file. I didn't created it. Now I need to create an about.html file. We need to create it. So to create an about.html file, so the first step I done here. So I created a home page. I created. Now I need to create an about page. So for creating an about page, same. We need to take these things, same thing only. The matter will be the some matter will be the same. So in the about page also we need to display the same tags, but the information should be in a different. At the time, what I am doing here, the same thing is. So some matter I'm copying the same thing is. So here in my case I'm giving, so as you are the student, so you need to create as a folder as a student here. So my case I created the name with something else. So here I created with the name. So here what I wrote, I am a front-end developer. I created this. So in your case, you need to create as an you're learning the front end. So at that time you need to give an I am learning in a front end development, like that you need to create. So in my case, I created like this. But in your case, now you are not learning at all. So firstly, we are creating the website by using an HTML. At that time, you need to give an I am learning. Here you need to give an I am learning. In the case of you as a student, I am learning a front end development. In your case you need to give. So if you are already learned, means at the time you have to give an I am a front end developer. So yeah, I'm saying the two ways. So if you are learning, means you need to give the name as an I am learning front end development. So if you have already learned, means you need to give as an I am a front end developer. If you are perfect in the HTML, CSS and JavaScript concepts, means you need to give that one. So I am saving this one. Let me update this one. If I go for here and if I refresh it, so see, I'm a front-end developer. If I'm learning front-end development, like that, it has been given these names. So here the simple website. Now when we click on about, I need to display the more other information I need to display. So about me. So I need to display the about me. So for that, so I'm copying here, means what is the situation, means what where I learned some skills and whatever where I completed these skills. So everything I'm giving this one here. So my skills and everything I'm giving here. So for that, what I'm doing here, let me give as an about page. Let me create an about page. So I create an index page. Let me create an about page. So in that about page also, so this first matter will be the same. So just some matter I'm copying from this here up to the navigation. Let me take the new file. So see, now in that, now I'm creating an here I'm creating an about. So in that about I'm creating. So here just say changing the name. So you need to write the same thing. So here my portfolio home we have no. So in that place I need to give an about me. When you click on about, I need to display that information about me. So about me, we are creating this one. So and after this one, header tag, in the header tag here we don't want to give an about my portfolio website here. So here we need to display an about me. About me. I'm taking in an about me. So after this one, navigate the same thing else. Reference index.html about the projects contact us. Same thing I'm mentioning this thing else. After this one, I need to give an HR navigation. After the navigation closing, I need to give an some line here. We're providing in a some line. After the line, we need to open. Now we related to the home tag. We need to go this one. That is in a main tag. So in that main tag, I'm creating in a sections here. Let me give in a sections. Let me give the sections. Section tag. So instead of this section tag, so I'm giving in a my introduction. So my introduction. So I'm taking an introduction. I'm giving my introduction. So I'm giving that as an introduction. Introduction. And I'm closing the H2 tag here. After this one, after closing the H2 tag, so here I'm giving in a paragraph tag. The paragraph tag. So instead of the paragraph tag, I'm writing here, I am a student. So here I'm as a student, I'm writing. So in case of you already done means you need to write yourself. I'm a programmer, I'm a developer, like that you have to give. So here I creating as a student what you are learning, what you have an interest. Based on that, I'm writing this introduction. If you have an already written means you need to change the name introduction of yourself. I'm a student. I'm a student interested in. So I want to learn this one. I'm learning this one. So because I have an interest on this one. So I'm a student interested in interested in web development and technologies. Development and technology. Like that, I wrote in some simple line. In case of you can write in a multiple lines. I'm in a developer. I have a skills on like that, and like that you can give any information you have an interest. Like that you can give in some more information related to that one. So section, I'm closing the section here. And next, so I'm taking another section. So introduction, my so and so, I'm a student, I'm a programmer, I'm a developer, I'm a cybersecurity expert, I'm some other, I'm an analyst. You can give any other things. So I'm a student, you can give anything like this. So after this one, you can give yourself, your information, means your education background you can give by using another section. I'm creating another section, H2 tag. By using an H2 tag, I'm giving an education background. So what is my education and which year I passed out, and that information I can give here. So education. I'm closing in an H2 tag here. After this one, let me give here in the H2 tag, I'm going to create a table here. Let me create a table format. I'm going to give my education background. So which you want to give so which year you want to create it, that everything you can give details. So in that format you can give the details. So here based on the table means we are creating a table based on the HTML only, not including the CSS. So I'm creating based on the HTML only. If I mention that CSS, adding in a CSS means it will be a more effectively it will displays. But now the case I'm creating only based on the HTML only. So in the table row, I'm creating a table row. I'm creating a table heading th. So in the th, I'm creating an year th tag, year, which year your passed out year, in which year you have passed out, and which course, means your education qualification. So you can give an standard or anything else. I'm giving this one here, and a course means which course you have done. You can give that course name there. And next, which institutions. Institutions means you have what done. So in the which institute you have done that, means which college you have done. You need to give that details there. Institute. We need to give that details. So here I'm getting these details. So after this one, and I'm closing the table row, and I'm closing the table row. After this one, I need to create some details related to this. In which year I passed out this one, and which year and I done these things, and we can create that one. So simple details means if you have earlierly passed out as in the 2025 year passed out means you can give here as details of the same things in the table row. I'm creating the details. Two records. If you have completed in which year 10th, you if you want to mention the 10th details and the inter details and btech details means you can give that many rows you can create. Just I'm passed out in which year you have passed out, that details I'm entering. But in your case, you can enter that details also. Intermediate details, 10th details if you want, or and if you done a diploma means you can do enter that details also. So now you can enter the that details. So here in the tr tag, I'm taking as an td tag here. So in the td tag, I'm mentioning here 2025. So in the 2025, I passed out some so and so. I'm not mentioning before the 2025 what the code, in which year I completed in which year I completed 10th. I'm not entering that. But in your case, you need, if you want to showcase your details in that case, you can enter that details also. So that details also you can enter there. In my case, I'm so here I'm giving an only year of passed out and a course, in which course and institution. If you want to give in your grade, your marks details, or CGPA details you want to display means you can display that that column also you can mention there. So I'm not mentioning here course institute I'm mentioning. So I'm closing this TD tag, and next some if I completed a TD tag, if I completed a BTech or a degree, you can mention that. So you can mention that if you completed a degree means you can mention here as a BSc degree or BCom degree, BA degree, or you can give directly the degree. BSc in computer science I completed means you can give that degree there. BSc, BSc computer science, or BA computer science. If you are in a BTech means you can give in a BSc, BTech, BCom, in which course you have completed. So you can give that things. And in which institutions you have completed. So that institution you can means in which college you have completed. So I'm giving here an ABC college. Some ABC college I completed. But in your case, you don't want to give in the portfolio is an ABC college or an BSc computer science. In which course you have completed and which college you have completed, you need to mention that thing there. In my case, I'm creating a simple data. That's why I'm creating this thing else. Simple. So I'm closing the table row here, table row closing. And if you have, if you are if you are giving your and after 2025 you have completed this one, so in the 2026 what you have done here, you can mention that details also. It means that if you have completed an uh, you are learning in the 2026 in the so and so college, so and so institute, you have learned some skills, means you can give that name there. So in the TD I'm giving as an here in 2026, in the 2026 we are learning a skill. What skill you are learning as a full stack developer or a front end developer or a front end course, you can whatever you are learning, you need to give that skill here. So what are the courses you are learning, you can give in the 2026 what you are learning. So that details also you can provide, the institute details also you can provide, what you have done. So you have to mention in your portfolio. So 2023 what you have completed, 2021 what you have completed, in which year you 10th completed, inter completed, btech completed, you can give that details. I'm not giving just a passed out detail, bsc or degree details I'm giving here. If you want to give BA computer science and BSc computer science or in the ABC college, you can mention your college name. So after that one 2026, after that one, in that in which institute you have done the course. So I have given and let me give a front end course name I'm mentioning here as in a front end course. After this one, and which in the which institute you have done that course, you can mention that institute name here. So let me give a name as a cyber aegis Cyberaegis Computer Institute. You can mention that computer institute name, you can mention there in your data. And I'm closing the TD tag. After the closing the TD tag, I'm closing the TR tag. So how many skills you have learned? What are the skills you have learned? In which year you have learned? And what certifications you have done? So you can mention that skills also. You can mention that thing, everything related to that one. So let me have opened the table tag. Let me close the table tag here. Table tag close. So after the table tag close, I'm closing in another section tag close. So instead of this section only, we have done all the things. So where the section tags opens, I closed that section tags here. Section tag open and section tag close. So here in that format, it has been displayed. I said by using an HTML, we can create. If you want to create a borders, means here we can give an a border equal to border equal to border equal to, I need to mention here one. If I mention the one, the borders it has been displaying here. I already said in the table tag related to this one, I explained this one. So and next, if you want to mention any hobbies, what are the hobbies you have, if you want to mention in your skills about the art hobbies, means you can take in another section tag. So inside of the section tag, let me create an h2 tag, that is in a hobbies. What are the hobbies have, I'm mentioning this hobbies here. Let me take an order list or an unordered list, you can create anything. So I am order list I'm creating here. List li tag, reading the books, or you can give in a reading. reading the books or reading the comics, or you can whatever you want. If you have an interest, you have what are the interested you have. You next formality I'm giving these names, but in your case you what are the hobbies you have, you can mention. If you don't have any hobbies means leave that, leave that section. Coding practice, coding, just coding I'm reading. Or coding the programs. And next, if you have any skills on the games, in the which skills, which hobbies you have, gaming, playing the games, can give a gaming related. So what are the skills you have? You can hobbies means skills, not hobbies. You what are the skills you have? Sorry, hobbies. You can mention that hobbies here. And next one, next after this one, I need to close the OL tag. OL tag closing here. So after the closing of OL tag, let me close the section tag. Section tag closing. After the section tag closing, I'm closing the, so I'm mentioning the two sections here. So I'm mentioning these three things. And next after this one, I'm closing the main tag. And after this one, I'm opening the footer tag. Let me open the footer tag. So instead of the footer tag, so same. The footer tag I'm not changing here. Paragraph tag 2026. My portfolio. So in any page you go also this header tag and this means portfolio footer tag I'm not changing here. I need to display in the if you other pages also. That's why I'm giving this one footer tag closing. After closing of a footer tag, we need to close an body tag and HTML tag closing. Body tag closing and HTML tag closing. These two things we are displaying here. So let me save this one. So with the name, so I'm saving with the same in the portfolio, desktop portfolio. I'm creating an already I created an index.html. Now I'm going to create an about.html with the small letters, and because I mentioned with the name with the same format about.html. So I'm saving with the name. So I created that name. I created. So now see, let me go for the index.html folder only. So let me refresh it. So let me refresh it. So if I click on this is the my website, my portfolio website. Here I have a home about projects contacts. If I give an click on home, it displaying the same page. If I click on before the case, if I click on home about what it displaying now, not displaying anything else, but now it is displaying something else. See, now it displaying something matter. So in the about, if I click means it displaying the this thing else. So I am a student interested in web development and technology. But in your case, you can if you are already you are not a student. If you are a developer, I am a developer. I have worked. I'm working in web development and then so and so like that. You can mention. If you are an analyst, I am an analyst. I work in so like that. You can give your introduction and then your education background. So whatever you are in case, no need of creating in a same thing else what you are. So in your case, you can create by your own what. So if I click on the projects, it not displaying the project because I didn't created the projects page here. So if you click on the home, it going for the home. If I click on about, it going for the about. See, it changing automatically the page. It has been changing here. So in this page only, it has been displaying the same thing as information. I didn't given a target there, so I displaying this thing else. So this is about an home and an about. And next one is an a project. Yeah. So we done this about.html. Now we are going to do the next one is projects projects.html. So for this also the same. I'm copying this first three now up to the navigation. I'm copying this matter. Means if you want to write on a whole thing else. I'm not writing here. Just I'm changing the names, the title here. Why, what are the projects I done, what are the projects I done. You can create here my projects, my projects. I'm writing in my projects. So whatever I done, so here in the header tag I'm creating an h1 tag. So here also I'm creating a tag called my projects. My projects, I'm creating in my projects here. So instead of this field, the navigation field, we have done these things. So header tag, closing, and nav tag. And next after that one, we need to write an hr tag. So one line hr tag. And next here we need to mention in the main tag, we need to mention. So here I'm writing in the main tag, we need to mention here I'm mentioning here. uh, Let me take with another name h3. You can take an h2 or anything else. So I created before the projects, I'm writing here projects as an article, not in the section format. I'm writing here as an article format. So article format I'm mentioning. So in the article I'm mentioning the, you can, if you want, you can take in a section also. So I created in a students registration form by using an html. So that's why I'm writing in a students, I done the project where, what is the project name, I'm mentioning the project name, student registration. But in your case, you whatever the project you done, you can mention that project name. So here I'm explaining, I'm sampling, I'm giving the names here. So here I'm going to explain about that project. So how I created the project. So here I'm writing that. So created a form created, registration form created using html, using html form element. So in that case, so how you are created the projects, form elements format. So next after this one, I need to close. So here how much the see, I'm separately I'm mentioning that. So in your case, if you want to mention the some more details, so which are the tools you have used to create that project, you want to mention, you can write another paragraph. I use in that project I used this tool, so and so two tools, like that you can mention that thing. In my case, I'm not mentioning all the things, just simply I'm writing that simple thing. So I understand, I'm creating one more article. So means here I'm separately writing as an article. Means here based on that whatever I created. So if I created h3 register restaurant. So any restaurant menu page. If you want, if I created a menu page, so I'm creating a registration menu page by using an h3 tag. So here, but based on the which what you have created, you can mention that thing by using in a paragraph. A web page, showing a page menu showing menu using list and tables, using lists and table. So means here I'm sampling, I'm writing the name, but in your case, whatever you created, you can mention that skills there. paragraph, and I'm closing the article. Closing the article, and next after that article closing. And if you have done other more projects, so if you have done the other project, you can mention that project. So in your portfolio you can mention that project. Means if you done your portfolio by your own self, so you want to mention that one also in that profile, means you can mention that portfolio also. Personal profile website, profile website, I created a personal portfolio website. So like that, you can mention that details also. So in that case, so what you are created, so by based on the which thing you have created, you can mention that thing. So here I'm based on the personal website, personal website. So I created a personal website using using semantic HTML tags. Semantic. So by using a page layout as semantic HTML tags only, we have done the projects. So that's why I'm mentioning this thing else. And if you have another skills, you can mention that all the skills. So I'm closing this article. So I'm closing this article, and next after this one. So if you have mentioned any other thing, you can mention that thing, sir. So I'm closing that article here. I'm closing this by using a main close, main close. And next after that one, I'm closing the footer. Sorry, I'm opening the footer. In that footer, I'm mentioning the paragraph. Same, the footer I'm not changing here. The every time the in every index .html, about.html, and projects.html also I'm creating the same thing as paragraph. So I'm mentioning here what I write before the case in that here. Here at 2026 my portfolio. So here also same writing I'm writing here also 2026 my portfolio. I'm closing this paragraph. I'm closing the footer. Closing the footer, and I'm closing the after closing the footer, and I'm closing the HTML. So I'm closing the body tag first, and next after that I'm closing the HTML tag. So here I need to save the with the name. So here I created how we created the reference projects. When you click on the project, I need to display this one. So projects.html I need to create. So I'm saving that folder. So I'm click on saving. So in the projects, in the portfolio, I'm creating the here name as projects dot html. I'm saving with the name projects dot html. So I saved with the name same project dot html. So now go to the website. Let me go for that website. So let me refresh it. Let me refresh it. It is in a portfolio home tag. So if I go for the home page, it has displaying the home page. When we go for the projects, see now it displaying the project. So what are the projects I've done? So here I have done the project. So it displaying my projects. It displaying students registration form. So a form created using HTML, forms elements, registration menu page, and next restaurant menu page, a web page showing menu using list and tables, and next profile website, personal website using semantic HTML tags. Like that, I wrote. So in your case, you if you want to whatever the projects you created, you can mention that projects, and after that one, you can mention these skills. So what are the you done the skills, you can mention that thing else. So here I can mention the skills. So after this one and next last one, we need to create a contact. So we need to create a contact. If you go for the contact, this contact has not displaying because I didn't created any contact details. Now I need to create a contact.html. I need to create it. So for that one, so let me go for that to create a contact details. If you want to contact someone, you want to contact here. So they need to fill in your contact details there. So for that, let me give the details for that. So for forms, let me create another things. So here also they need in the same the first thing. So let me copy this one. Let me take the new file. Let me paste it. So here I'm writing in a contact me. I'm giving in a title as an contact me. And next here heading also in the header, the body tag. I'm giving the same name. Contact me. In your case, you can write anything else. So here contact.html I created. So now here the main thing is a main tag here. So here I created up to this is the common for the index.html and about.html, project.html and and next contact.html. These are the all are the common things I'm using. So next in that main tag. So here I need to for the contact details I'm creating in a form over here. I'm creating in a simple form. So I'm creating the form. So in the form, I'm creating directly the action. So means what we need to do the action. So in the form tag, I explained about this action. So here, in my case, I'm not settling anything here. So just I'm giving in a method. So in your case, where you need to display, you need to mention that thing else. So post action. So here I need to create. So without see here in the forms I explained about this thing by using an field set and the legends we have explained. So here I'm writing these things by using a label instead of that thing else. I'm directly taking in a label here. Label for for name name. I'm giving the name and I'm closing the label. And in the next line I need to write the statement. So that's why in the beside, if you want to beside you cannot use in a br tag. I'm using in a label beside. I want to display means I can use this one. So in the beside means you want to display the beside means you no need of using in a br tag there. So input, firstly I'm going to type as an text. You need to mention the type text. Id equal to name and the name equal to name. And next after this one, here I'm giving an a required. So here one word I'm adding, required. So here required means you need to write compulsory this thing. Required is nothing but this is the compulsory we need to write it. So after this one I'm giving in a two br tags. Means compulsory you need to fill your name like that meaning br tag. And next after this one I'm creating one more thing. So for the name I entered and the email address. So if you want to contact you, so they need to provide their email address. And next what the message, so for what purpose they want to contact you, so that also they need to provide to you. So just three things, their name and next label. I'm giving in a mail. So if you want to provide a more details in the form, you can provide in your details. In my just I'm simply saying that thing else here some of the details only email, and I'm closing the label, and I'm opening the BR tag. So means one BR tag, and next we need to open the input. So in the input, I'm typing as an type equal to email, type equal to email, ID equal to email, and name equal to email. These things we need to provide, and this is also compulsory. They need to provide required. So when you given a required, you need to they need to provide these skills compulsory. This form, when you are filling their form, they when you are submitting the form, you need to they need to give this detail. If they didn't give, then they will not consider this one. So this thing else, and next label. So next I'm giving in a message, what message you want to throw. So that thing else I'm writing here for equal to, in your case you want to display and send me the contact number, phone number if you want to contact. So you need to set that contact details miss. So you need to give in a contact also label. But I then as a professionality, so in order of giving in a contact, just we need to provide a mail address only, no need of providing the phone number there. So everyone has to reach to by a user by the mail only. So you need to contact them by using mail only. You also contact to that person by the mail only. So for that reason I'm giving the mail. So if you want to provide if you want if you want to call to that person, so then you need a mobile number means you can provide that details also. Label, closing, and BR tag. And here I'm not giving an input, so message will be in a 2 3 lines. So that's why I'm giving here in a text area, ID equal to message, name equal to message, and next how much columns you want to provide there, you can give that columns. Rows equals to 4 rows I need, and how much columns I want, I can provide that columns. False, false equal to 30. This is a message. So this is also not in a the message is providing, they want to provide some message. So why they want to contact you, so that is their wish. So they, if you contact by using the mail, at the time they are going to say like that, means you cannot provide the compulsory the text area. So required, if you want you can provide the compulsory, we need to provide means, so we need to give that one. So and we need to close the BR, we need to take in a 2 BR tags. After that one, I'm giving an input tag, directly the input. So in the input, I'm typing as a type equal to submit, and a value also we are providing as an here. I'm providing the value. Here I'm providing the value is in a send message. So this is the thing I'm writing here, and I'm closing the form, and I'm closing the form, and I'm closing the main tag closing. So these are the things I need to provide here. And next after this one, if you want, yeah, the header and footer is compulsory. Need to provide this header and footer. 2026, my portfolio. I'm closing the paragraph tag, the footer closing, and next body tag closing, next HTML closing. So this is the thing. So here I'm saving this one with the name contact. I'm saving with the name contact.html with the field name contact.html. So I saved with the contact.html. If you go for that file, so see that field. See if I refresh it. So now this one. So if I provide a home, it going click on home, it displays the home details. If you click on the about, it going to display your about. If you click on the project, it going to display the project detail. If you click on the contact, it going to display the contact details. Contact me like that. One form has been displaying. So name, what the name yours, you can enter that name, and what are the mail id, you can enter that mail id, and next after that message for why you want to contact with that person, you need to click with that person details. So here, so I want to contact contact you contact you to discuss about the project, like that. Just a simple word I'm giving, and if you click on submit, it going to the details has been submitting. But here I'm not given any details here. So here the beer tag not closed, that's a compulsory. We need to provide that details. If you want, I can provide that detail. Means here where you want to get that action, when you take in the action place, if you provide the path, it going to submit. If the details submitted, they're entering into that details. So in my case, I'm not entering any. I don't have any created. Just simply I'm creating this one. So here, anyone if you created, it's going to display that details there. So if you created any form or on a Excel or on a any PHP script file, they are going to get the details in your page there. So in that case, it display. So this is the simple HTML using the form, contact form. So I am clicking on continue. So this is the form. So this is the form. Here we created. So here we got some there. So here going to display my portfolio website. So home, about, projects and contact. Welcome. Hello, my name is Jagdishwar. I am learning from front-end development. So here I written I'm learning front-end developer. But in your case, if you are in a other person, or you are already a developer, so you can write there, I'm a front-end developer, or I'm a back-end developer, I'm a cyber security expert, I'm a Python developer, I'm a Java developer, I'm a data analyst, I'm a data scientist, I'm a data engineering, I'm a software engineering, like that. You need to mention your details there. So what you are the your thing, you need to mention that here. In case here I given in some picture here, but in your case you need to give your picture there. So in it, and what are the skills you have. So here I'm learning this, I have developed, I have given this skills. But in your case, what are those skills you have, you can mention all that skills. So simply I created this one. And when you go for the about, you need to display that about introduction. So what you are, so if you are a student, I'm a student. Or if you are a freelancer, you can give an I'm a freelancer. If you are a developer, you can give an I'm a developer. If you are an analyst, I'm an analyst. If you are a cybersecurity expert, you can give an I'm a cybersecurity expert. So here I'm interested in web development and technology, I written. So in your case, if you are what you are, you can mention that thing else. You can need to mention your introduction, you need to mention here. So I'm an so and so, I'm an analyst. I need I'm working on these skills, like that. You need to mention that what the technologies you are working. You need to mention that skills. You are in which skills you are an expert. You can mention that thing. So particularly, everyone has some experts in there. So in that, in your case, from which you have an expert, in which skills you have an expert, you can give that as an introduction there. And education background. When you are giving an education background, you can give a compulsory your present passed out details, you need to provide it. Here I said another sample. So 2025 I passed out within a BSc computer science in the so and so college. I given it's an ABC college. In your case, you need to give in your college details. And 2026 I learning in a front end code. But in your case, what you have done, what projects you've done, and what you have worked, experience, and everything you can add here. So in which year you done, what you have done here, and everything you need to detail. So by that also you can give. Here I write an education fields I written. So after that, if you have any experience, so in the field you can take another section and you can implement that thing also. And you have one so and so experience, so you need to take one more section as an experience. I need to mention that have an experience in the year of, in the year and the company name. And you need to give an year and company name. So you need to give in the year. So I worked as an so and so company as an which role. So if you have an experience means you need to take in a table column with year and company name and in a role, in which role you have worked. So that you have to mention there. So in which company you have mentioned, that you have to mention here. And hobbies, what are the hobbies? It is not compulsory. I mentioned this as in a section as an hobbies. In your case, you have already an experience, you can give that details there. So in the footer 2026 my portfolio, I'm giving this one. And when you come to the projects, you can, when you click on the project, it's going to display my project. So here I said in a simple sample way I wrote in a project. But in your case, what are the projects you've done, by using which tools you have done, so you need to mention that skills there. So here in the paragraph I mentioned that thing else. Let me, I didn't close it, I think so. Yeah. So this the instead of, that's why it not displayed. I refresh it. See, now it's proper. So I'm checking everything is correct or routing correct or not. I'm checking. Students registration form, a form created like that. In your case, what are the projects you've done? If you've done the projects, you can leave that. If you've not done anything, means no projects done up to now like that. You can mention that skills. Means simply if you are building in a project, if you're building in your portfolio, means you're compulsory. You need to provide profile website, personal website using a semantic HTML tags like that. So by using which thing you have creating, though you can mention that skills here. So providing. So here simple website I'm created, and contact details. If you want someone, by seeing your profile. So if you want someone has to contact means you can go for the contact. So here you need to mention there. They are going to mention their names. So what that names has, is going to mention that names. And after that one, why they want to contact, they are going to contact you. So here tag closing, here also in the projects way, in the contact details also. I need to save this one. So now it is perfect. So here the some simple mistakes I done, that has been rectified. So here I'm giving something else. See, if I didn't give a mail, so see required assert. So it's something I write. If I give submit, it asking please fill out this field like that. It has been giving the details here. Why it has been giving the compulsory? I need to submit these two things: mail ID and next name. I need to submit. If I didn't give the name also, it's going to show that thing else only. If I said given send a message, see, it has not the value I wrote in the case of submit. I given in a send a message, so that's why it displaying that. So I'm filling the details. So here, if I give submit, it's going to submit that details. So where it has been submitting means I'm not given an action there. Means if you are giving an action, so after the completion of the web hosting, this simple portfolio website. So if you want to, that portfolio should be displayed in your website means you need to do in a web hosting. So we need to buy in a web hosting, and we need to implement these skills, all the things in your web hosting, and you need, they are going to contact you by that things. So they are going to give that details. But here just simply by using only the HTML, we done this project. So we done this project only HTML, pure HTML. We done this project without any CSS and without any JavaScript. So after this one, so here we up to now we done by using an HTML only. After implementing the CSS to this, it will be in a more colorful and more efficiently it looks, but it is in a simple text format. By using an HTML, we can do this thing only. Websites, we can write in a text content, we can write it. By using in a CSS, we can make in a colors and we can make in a stylish and a format, text format, you can change, everything can be done by using in a CSS. So in the further classes, we are going to discuss how can we implement this CSS so to this portfolio website. I'm going to discuss that thing in the further classes. Okay. So this is about your project.